Hello, good day. I am Teacher Angel and welcome to our science class. Now today we will gonna talk about ecosystem. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. When we say an ecosystem, this is a community of living things that interact with each other and with the physical world. The plants and animals within each ecosystem class interact with each other, and the non-living elements of the ecosystem, such as the sun, air, water, and soil. So, here are the interactions between biotic and abiotic factors. So, an ecosystem class can be very small, such as puddle or under a rock. It can also be as big as an ocean or a desert. So, the balance of an ecosystem is very important. Take note of that. So, all things must work together to provide a good living environment. So, for example, if there is not enough water, what will happen? Okay, good. Plants and animals will die and the ecosystem will not exist. Yeah. So what is the difference, okay, between biotic and abiotic factors? So when you say biotic, that is life. Bio, that's life. Meaning these are the living things. When you say abiotic, okay, that is the non-living things. So here are the interactions as you can see in the table. So abiotic, we have the air, sun, water, and soil. So for air, what does it provide? So it provides oxygen, which we consume, okay? And it releases from the plants, okay? Carbon dioxide, that's the gas that we release and it absorbed by the plants. Okay, we have the sun. It gives energy, light, and warmth. And we have the water. It gives growth, transportation of food. And we have the soil, gives nutrients. Okay, so we have here the types of ecosystem. We have the terrestrial, here we have the grassland, forest, desert. And we have the aquatic, meaning water. We have the marine, oceans, fresh water like lakes. And we have also the artificial or the man-made. We have the aquarium and we have the crop field. We have a crop field there. Okay. Okay, now what is producer? Okay, from the word producer, produce, okay? These are the living thing that can make its own food. What are the examples? We have the plants, trees, and flowers. Now my question is, can we produce our own food? Of course, no, we cannot produce our own food. Only the plants, okay? Because they use what is the process? That is photosynthesis. How about consumers? So when we say consumers, these are the living thing that gets its food from eating other living things. We have here an example. We have the polar bear eating a fish, a bird eating a berry, a zebra eating grass. Now, my question is, are we humans an example of consumer? Of course, we are. So, here are some example of consumers. As you can see, they are in the food chain. Now, how about decomposers? So, when we say decomposers, these are the living thing that breaks down other living things to get nutrients and energy. What are examples? Vultures, okay, or these are the birds. They eat dead animals. We have the worms and the beetles eat dead decaying plants. So those are some examples of decomposers. Okay, also here we have the mushrooms, earthworms, mold, tiny algae or algae. Okay, fun fact about me. Okay, I really don't like worms. Yeah, since birth. Okay. Okay, so we have here a biosphere cycle. So we have the ecosystem, communities, population, and organisms. So we need to invert it. So we will start at organism, population, communities, ecosystem. So first we have the population. Okay, when we say organism class, that is individual. Okay, so we will have the population. So when we say population class, these are the group of living things that live in the same place at the same time. Examples: penguins live in the Arctic. We have elephants live in the African savanna. Okay, so those are examples for population. We have here the next community. So when I say community, when different populations live together in the same habitat and interact with each other. Okay, as you can see there in the picture, we have the zebra, what else? The giraffe, elephant, okay, that live together in savanna. Okay, I think I already discussed this to you. Here are some examples of biotic. We have fungi, plants, protists, animals, archaea, bacteria. So we have here a biotic. We have the air, salinity, humidity, minerals, and so on. So here is a food chain. Okay, so first, of course, we have the producer. Okay, example for here is grass, and it is eaten by the grasshopper, and the grasshopper is the primary consumer. Next, we have the frog, that is the secondary consumer, since frog eat grasshopper. And then next we have the decomposer. Okay, I mean the tertiary consumer rather, then final consumer, and then we have the decomposer. Okay, so this time let's have the type of symbiosis. So when we say symbiosis class, that is the interaction between living things that live together. So we have first the mutualism. Mutual, meaning the species A and the species B benefits. Okay, both organisms benefit. For example, bacteria live in the digestive system of a cows. So the bacteria help the cows by breaking down plants that the cows eat. So in turn, the cows provide a place to live and a source of food for the bacteria. Same with us human. We have also good bacteria that help for our digestion. So next we have the commensalism. So here, species A benefits while the species B unaffected. So it is neither harmed nor benefit. Okay, so here remora fish and sharks have a commensal relationship. So remora fish attach themselves to sharks. So the fish eat scraps left over by the sharks, but the fish do not affect the sharks. So in this case, attaching to the whales gives the barnacles a stable place to live, a free ride, and access to plenty of food. Okay? So next we have the parasitism. This is very common class. So parasitism, species A is benefits while the species B harmed. Okay? So the organism that benefits, that is what we call parasite. Okay? Parasites live on organisms known as host. Okay, so hosts are usually larger than their parasites. Example for parasites class, we have the ticks and the fleas, or we have the lice. Okay, so they attach themselves to a dog, a cat, or another host and feed off its blood. So this can cause itching, pain, or even disease in the host. Okay, so that's not really good. Okay, that is parasitism. Okay, next we have competition. So when we say competition class, that is a relationship where two or more organisms compete for one limited resource in which all organisms are harmed. Okay, so as you can see there, the cheetah and the lion, okay, they compete for a food. Okay, not just the animals class, but also the plants compete for space, nutrients, and resources such as water and sunlight. Okay, for your activity, I want you to write this table on a paper or in a bond paper. And I give an example here at the first part. So example, dog and a tick. So benefited, that is a tick. Harmed, that is dog. Okay, so if there's no one affected or not harmed, you just leave it there. And what is the relationship? So parasitism. Same here in 1 to 5. Okay, so at the back of your paper, so I want you also to write this. So I want you to identify the type of interaction. Okay, so like for example here, parasitism, you write it there, and then you will write also the description of that symbiosis. Okay, and also you answer this question, how COVID-19 pandemic affects the beneficial interactions among organisms in the environment. So I want you to write it in a paragraph form. And that's it. I hope you learned something for today. Goodbye.